Speak to your blood. Speak to your blood now as the sovereign of an inner empire, and feel the ancient law rising to salute you. Speak to your blood because Joseph Murphy taught that the word fused with belief is command, and command is healing in motion. Speak to your blood as you would to a faithful courier, and watch how swiftly the decree becomes flesh. Here is the surprising truth at the threshold. Your bloodstream is not a mute river, it is a listening river. It hears the tone of your thoughts, receives the images you rehearse, and carries the chemistry of your convictions to the farthest and smallest regions of your being. Say order, and order travels. Say strength, and strength quickens. Say peace, and peace circulates. Picture it, a night sky kingdom beneath the skin, constellations of cells and cities of tissue lit by a single drifting Milky Way, the red luminous current of your own life. You are not a spectator in this cosmos. You are its sun and its scepter. Murphy's wisdom stands at your shoulder like a trusted guide. The subconscious takes your word as blueprint. It does not argue. It does not delay. It acts. The body then does not sit apart from the mind like a distant province. It is the mind's obedient province, governed by the edicts you issue in quiet rooms and lonely corridors of thought. So we begin with a vow, simple and regal. Every drop of my blood answers the law of divine order now. Let that vow ring like a bell whose note moves along the silver corridors of the arteries, returning by the blue-veined roads bearing the cargo of your decree. If fear has crouched under your ribs, it will hear that bell and scatter. If fatigue has hung a curtain over your eyes, it will feel that cord thrumming and lift. Do you see how swiftly a kingdom remembers its architect? In Scripture, a word calmed the storm, straightened a hand, rose a friend from his cot. In Murphy's language, that same creative word descends into the subconscious, your inner workshop. And there the unseen physician goes to work. You do not micromanage the knitting of tissue any more than you explain sunrise to the dawn. You appoint, you affirm, you give thanks, and the inner artisan proceeds. Life is in the blood, the ancients wrote, and Murphy nods. Life is also in the word you speak to the blood. Fear darkens it. Gratitude brightens it. Resentment constricts its channels. Forgiveness unlocks the sluice gates. The mind is weather. The blood is climate. Change the sky, change the season in your veins. Imagine your bloodstream as a royal messenger galloping from citadel to harbor. If your order reads, prepare for siege, the walls tighten, the nerves bristle, the vessels narrow. If your order reads, open the markets, light the squares, let music in the streets, the whole city changes posture. This is not maybe, this is law. Tonight, we take the throne within. We sit tall, shoulders open, breath unhurried, and we speak in the only tense the subconscious understands. Now. Not I will be, but I am. Not my blood will learn, but my blood flows pure, vital, and in divine order now. Speak once with focus and feeling, and you plant a living seed. Speak daily with gratitude, and you cultivate a garden. And when doubt pads in like a patient animal, we do not wrestle it, we redirect it. Bridge phrases are merciful ferries. Each day, my blood responds more perfectly to divine order. Evidence arrives, warmer hands, steadier breath, clearer mornings, small heralds with big banners, and faith grows the way dawn grows, almost unnoticed until the room is bright. Pause. Hand to heart. Listen. That steady drum has worked for you since the first hour of your life. It asks little, it obeys much. Say this and feel its reply. Every beat sends waves of golden strength through me. My blood is the courier of calm, the bearer of vitality, the river of order. Before we cross into the deeper country, a gift for those ready to turn knowing into living. Join the 21-day challenge to create your dream life in the description or pinned comment. For 3 weeks, morning and night, we'll practice the law of inner command with precision. Affirmations, breath, visualization, and a simple journal of proofs. 3 weeks to write a new constitution for your body. When you return, bring your stories. We will hang them as banners. Now, deeper. There is a room inside you where the lights flicker and then hold, where the noise of the world cannot enter. We are going there together, ruler and river, word and workshop. The promise waits at the end like sunrise over water, but first we must learn the cadence of command. What happens when your next heartbeat carries a new law to every cell and every cell salutes. Consider the ceremony of command. Posture is your banner, breath is your drum, word is your royal seal. Sit or stand with dignity, not rigid but open, as though a window has been lifted in the chest. Inhale slowly, letting the belly soften and expand. Exhale as if releasing a long-held rumor. With each breath, the court grows quiet. The messenger kneels. The scribe waits. Speak in present tense clarity. The subconscious does not build on later. It builds on now. My blood is pure, vital, and obedient to divine order now. Do not beg the river, address it. Not a plea, a decree. Not a wish, a knowing. Add gratitude, the golden lacquer that seals the imprint. Thank you, blood, for your perfect service. Gratitude is faith wearing a smile. Murphy's counsel is tender and exact. One heartfelt declaration, alive with emotion and image, outweighs 100 hurried mutterings. So let's make the image worthy. See your bloodstream as a ribbon of light flowing from a sun in your chest. Not a dull emergency line, but a jubilant procession, lanterns, music, banners. Where that light goes, repair begins. Where that sound goes, rhythm returns. If there is heaviness, it feels a hand under it. If there is dryness, it feels rain. You may ask, but what of years of careless speech? What of the jokes about my failing energy? The lazy confessions that I'm always tired? The complaint I carry like an heirloom? Hear Murphy's answer. The law has been obeying all along. Change the order, change the outcome. The inner doctor is tireless and skilled. It has never forgotten your original blueprint, your personal divine schematics. It waits for your clarity. Vague is a foggy map. Precise is a compass. Try this. Close your eyes and walk the lit streets of your inner city. Some squares flicker, some alleys are dim, but the master control room, the subconscious, still holds the map of how every light should shine. When you speak, restore according to the original design. Circuits close, lights return, neighborhoods glow. You did not invent the plan, you remembered it. That is what command is, remembering the lawful order and reissuing it with love. Let us send specific letters by this river. To the heart, you beat steady and strong. You are protected and serene. My blood supports you in perfect rhythm. To the brain, you receive clear, rich nourishment. My focus is bright, my mind is calm, my thoughts are clean. To the skin, you are radiant with life, carried by this luminous stream. To the extremities, warmth arrives, flow is free, there is no strain in the voice. Authority does not shout, it speaks in a tone the body trusts, and when emotion joins the word, the wax softens and takes the seal. Recall a time you felt vigorous for no reason. The stairs, the laughter, the morning when everything tasted like beginning. Let that memory warm the syllables as you say, "My blood is joy and motion. My cells feast on peace. Life moves through me as light moves through glass." We are gardeners now, pruning speech as carefully as vines. Casual curses disguised as humor are still curses. The subconscious does not get the joke. In private, in public, and in the secret monologue of thought, we align. If a stray thorn finds your tongue, I can't heal, I'm run down. Clip it quickly with Murphy's simple shears. That's not my truth. My truth is divine order at work in me now. You catch the spark before the field smokes. You keep the harvest safe. Night is a gate. In the minutes before sleep, the guard on the wall is drowsy, and the subconscious receives without debate. Here is the night command ritual. Body heavy, breath slow, voice soft as lamplight. My blood rests in peace tonight. Every drop is cleansed, renewed, and restored in divine order while I sleep. Say it 3 to 5 times, not as magic, but as mandate, and let drowsiness carry it to the workshop where the inner physician stitches in moonlight. Morning is a trumpet. Before you meet headlines and tasks, meet your river. Lie still or sit and rise like a king stepping into day. Today my blood moves with strength and joy. Every cell is energized. I am alive. I am strong. I am at peace. See each beat sending golden waves to your hands, feet, face, and core. Stand. Let your posture agree with your decree. Do this for a week and keep a small ledger of proof. Murphy called it a blessing challenge. Call it a pact. You will likely note an early change. The hands are warmer, the head clearer, the mood steadier. The subconscious loves consistent orders. By the 3rd or 4th sunrise, it begins to treat them as standing law. By the 7th, you will have a handful of evidence stones to weigh against old disbelief. Keep them. Touch them when winds rise. You are not alone in this practice. Agreement multiplies amplitude. 2 or 3 speaking life into the same bloodstream, yours or theirs, creates a resonance that travels farther than any one voice. Bless a friend, let them bless you. The river between you grows wide, and the city in each of you shines more of its lights. Ready to travel the river itself? Cell small, heart bold, and bless every province it touches? Shrink in imagination to the size of a single red cell. The heart looms like a golden engine, not mechanical but living, a sun with gates. The valve opens and the current takes you. Warmth, sound, a low hymn. You are born into the lungs where the breath is a bright orchard. Oxygen hangs like fruit. You gather it and the whole stream shines. I bless my lungs. They fill my blood with the breath of life. Down the arterial highways you go, lantern in hand, past the brain's glittering avenues. You release your cargo there, clarity, focus, calm. I bless my brain. It hums with divine intelligence and perfect supply. The river turns through the liver's great desalination works. Filters flash like mirrors. I bless my liver. Every purification is precise, complete, and easy. Through the kidneys' cleansing gates, I bless my kidneys. They choose what nourishes and release what does not. Across the gut's garden beds, where nutrients are gathered like sheaves, I bless my digestion. Assimilation is effortless, generous, and kind. Into the long roads of limbs and the neighborhood streets of fingers and toes, warmth arrives as law returns. Stiffness hears music and forgets itself. The skin drinks from within and glows as though someone opened the curtains at noon. This is Murphy's circulatory visualization, a pilgrimage through your own cathedral, touching each pillar and whispering to it the language it never forgot. Now feel the other side of the law, how the river narrows under the pressure of bitterness, how the inner weather goes gray when the tongue rehearses injury. Forgiveness is not a sermon here, it is hydraulics. It removes debris from the channel. Say, I freely forgive and bless all, and I am blessed. My blood flows clear and free. Feel the knot loosen, the current widen. The body sighs in relief when you lay down the ancient stone. Perhaps you have tried to heal under a private oath of self-criticism, promising to improve by scolding. Hear the gentle heresy. Scolding is a curse in a borrowed robe. Blessing transforms. Bless your body as though it were a loyal friend who has labored without applause. Thank you, heart. Thank you, blood. Thank you, bones and breath. I speak well of you in public and in private. Honor multiplies ability. Let's talk of emotion as current. Without it, words are seeds on stone. With it, they are seeds in spring earth. To speak vitality while feeling resigned is to send a confused messenger. So train the feeling the way a conductor trains a crescendo. Summon a memory of strength, amplify with breath, and let your voice carry both the design and the heat. Murphy likened emotion to the warmth that softens wax for the seal. Warm it, then press the ring. Order now, strength now, peace now. If doubt returns, and it will because old weather patterns do not vanish in a day, offer it a bridge instead of a battle. Every day my blood responds more perfectly to divine order. Keep a simple proof book. Note the smaller mercies, fewer sighs climbing stairs, steadier hands pouring tea, the way sleep feels more like rest than escape. Each entry is a stone on the faith side of the scale. Eventually, it tips and does not tip back. At noon, when the world hurries and the drum in your chest seems to play under a harder master, give a brief midday decree, 2 breaths, 1 sentence. My blood is calm power in motion. This is not superstition, it is stewardship. You are reminding the crew that the captain is at the wheel, and that the voyage is not war but pilgrimage. Now refine. Speak to pressure as tone, to rhythm as dance. My blood pressure expresses perfect balance, firm not forced, relaxed not lax. My heart's rhythm is steady as tide, faithful as dawn. Speak to immunity as the river's watchman. Every white cell is wise, swift, and kind. They patrol with light, repair with skill, and rest in peace when the work is done. This is the Romans 8:11 current Murphy loved to cite, a quickening presence that animates what seems weary and restores what seemed lost. When you affirm divine life speeding through the river, you are not flattering yourself, you are aligning with supply. Extend your governance to speech habits. If a story about your age, your bad circulation, your family's history reaches for your mouth like an old coat, do not put it on. Hang it back up. Wear something tailored to your destiny. Replace always and never with now. Replace I'm trying with I am. Replace I hope with I give thanks. Words are garments. Choose the ones that fit your future. And if you falter, and you will because you are human and beautiful, correct swiftly. That's not my truth. My truth is, then speak the decree cleanly. The subconscious learns your pattern. Stray chatter is to be ignored. The corrected statement is law. Over time, the noise thins. The anthem remains. Finally, share the practice. Sit with a friend in a quiet kitchen. One speaks, one agrees. Switch. The river between you widens. Bless a child, a partner, a parent. The subconscious is generous. What you affirm for others echoes in your own halls. The city glows brighter for both. When your words become standing orders, what new country of energy opens in a single ordinary day? We turn to ceremony as continuity, a loop that becomes heartbeat. Begin each day with the morning vitality command. End each night with the night peace command. Between them, stitch short blessings like bright knots along a thread. This is how law becomes infrastructure. Not occasional thunder, but steady electricity. Here is a living loop you can make your own, distilled from Murphy's teaching. Acknowledgement of law. My word is creative power. My body obeys divine order. My blood listens and responds now. Health. Every drop of my blood flows pure, strong, and free. Every cell is nourished and renewed in perfect harmony. Vitality. Life surges through me. Energy fills me. I move with strength and grace. Peace. My blood carries calm and balance to every part of me. I live in the rhythm of divine harmony. Abundance. The river within overflows with strength, joy, and renewal. Unity. I am one with the infinite life of God. Body, mind, and spirit in perfect order now and always. Speak it slowly, letting each phrase drop like a stone into still water. Watch the rings widen. Or speak it rhythmically, almost like a march, feeling resolve rise from your feet to your crown. 3 times at dawn, 3 times at dusk, once at need. Some set it to music, some walk while reciting, aligning stride and syllable until the body itself becomes a metronome of faith. Maintenance is mastery in soft clothing. You will not always feel fireworks. You will often feel simple steadiness, and that is the better miracle. The garden grows not by spectacle, but by quiet obediences, sun, water, time. Keep speaking. Keep blessing. Keep redirecting swiftly when you slip. The life reordered is built of thousands of small, accurate stones laid with patience and joy. Guard the gates of your attention. News cycles and casual cynicism try to make squatters' camps in the mind. You need not quarrel. You can refuse entry. When something bleak knocks, let your doorman say, "The king is resting." Then open the interior doors to gratitude. 5 quick thanks, specific as street names. The way your chest rose easily at dawn, the warmth in your fingertips, a steady step, clear eyes, the unremarkable miracle of digestion. Gratitude is not denial, it is selection. It tunes you to resources already present. Align lifestyle with law, not by fear, but by friendship with your body. Drink water as if you were blessing the river with fresh tributaries. Eat colors as if you were repainting neighborhoods. Move as if oiling hinges. Sleep as if signing a treaty with restoration. These are not superstitions, they are courtesies to the inner physician. You are collaborating with genius. When storms come, and storms do, in weather and in flesh, do not indict the law, apply it. Your voice matters most when the wind rises. Speak slower then, not louder. Order in chaos, peace in pressure, strength in shock. The river knows how to carry debris away if you command it to open the spillways. Breathe, bless, believe, wait 1 more hour than you think you can. Dawn often arrives modestly. Let me tell you the brief story of a man who traded a winter for a river. Late 50s, cold hands, heavy legs, a face the color of unpolished stone. He read and decided, experiment. Morning and night, mirror and breath. My blood flows freely, strongly, harmoniously. Every cell receives life. The first week, the mirror felt like a judge. He spoke anyway. Day 4, warm fingers. Week 2, ankles that no longer throbbed by dusk. Month 1, a face like a window had been washed. What changed? Not chemistry alone, though chemistry changed. He moved from I hope to I think. The inner doctor received a stamped order every sunrise and every moonrise. The crew aboard the ship did not debate, they adjusted. That is law. If you carry resentment like a relic, decide that today you will stop worshiping it. Place it in the river. Watch it soften, blur, and go. Say aloud, I bless and release. My blood flows clear and free. Feel the relief rise like a spring in the chest. There is theology here, but there is also plumbing. Open pipes serve a city. Teach a child this language early. Turn health talk into a family dialect. Replace I'm sick again with I'm restoring. Replace I have bad genes with I have a faithful blueprint. The tongue sets the keel. The voyage follows. Return to SEO's first law that is older than any algorithm. The right word placed first directs the search of your cells. You opened with speak to your blood. Keep it honest and alive. Speak to your blood in kitchens and cars, in checkout lines and waiting rooms, in the hour before sleep. Make reverence your accent. At the far edge of this practice waits a revelation. Simple as bread, bright as noon, the promise fulfilled. Shall we step over? We come to the river's mouth, where it widens into the sea of what was promised. The great secret is not hidden, not rare, not reserved for saints. It is practical majesty. Your word, believed, becomes your body's behavior. You have felt it already in small proofs, the easier breath, the steadier mood, the warmth in places that were wintered. Multiply those proofs by days, by weeks, by the quiet ferocity of consistency, and you arrive at the life reordered. What is the life reordered? It is when you no longer cajole your body like a stranger. You converse with it like a beloved ally. It is when the nighttime command is not a ritual you force, but a lullaby you love. It is when the morning decree slips into your mouth the way your own name does. It is when your public jokes and your private vows agree. It is when a friend says, "You look different. What changed?" And you smile because the answer is both humble and thunderous. I change the words I serve. The subconscious, that tireless artisan, now treats your decrees as infrastructure. The crew does not wait for orders with every sunrise. It runs on standing law, order, strength, peace. When storm squalls blow up, the ship does not panic. It trims the sails with practiced hands. Recovery is quicker, not because you never fall, but because you never forget who gives the command to rise. Stand here at the sea and speak once more with the dignity you've earned. My word is creative power. My body obeys divine order. My blood listens and responds now. Feel the reply come back from 1,000 distant shores inside you. Affirm the whole litany, slow or song-like. Every drop flows pure and free. Every cell is nourished and renewed. Life surges, energy fills. Grace moves my limbs. My blood carries calm and balance. The river within overflows with strength, joy, and renewal. I am one with the infinite life of God, now and always. This is not a spell, it is a signature. You are signing your name to the truth of your design. And as Murphy would say, the law is dependable as sunrise. You speak, the workshop works. You bless, the river brightens. You forgive, the channel widens. You give thanks, the chemistry turns toward morning. If you have not yet stepped into the 21-day for Create Your Dream Life Challenge, the door stands open. The description and pinned comment are your map. 3 weeks to engrave these laws into habit, to gather evidence pages you can hold when old weather tries to return. Join us. Tell us how the lights came back on in your inner city. Let your story be lanterns for others. And when this video fades and the room grows ordinary again, do not wait for silence to find you. Make your own. 1 minute in a parked car, 2 minutes by a window, a breath in a doorway. Posture, breath, decree. A kingdom does not need a cathedral to pass a law. It needs a king with a pen. Now we close with the revelation hinted at in the first breath, the promise that only unveils when you walk all the way to the water. Your blood will obey, not because you are lucky or rare or exempt from the troubles of being human, but because you are aligned with an order older than pain and wider than fear. The Word is the key. The key turns the lock. The door opens, the river moves, the city shines. Carry this cadence out of here and into the unremarkable hours where real miracles prefer to dwell. If this journey has steadied your hands, brightened your courage, or given you a language for the love you owe your own body, consider becoming a channel member for early access to the next films. We are building a library of living laws, cinematic prayers you can practice. Come early, bring your light. Until then, ruler of the inner empire, keep your banner high and your speech clean. Speak to your blood, bless your river, trust your blueprint, and watch with a quiet smile as your life arranges itself, cell by faithful cell, into perfect divine order.